Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
It is an unpredictable inferno. Flames ripping through this mountain community, causing even more concern over where the wildfire could go next. This is the big concern right here. You can feel the winds pushing these flames, and they're going up hills and crossing roads. A non-stop air attack could not keep these flames from spreading north all day long. Yellow tags could be seen throughout this community, designating homes under mandatory evacuation orders.
Keep coming towards me!
The Silva family worked to load up their classic trucks and other precious possessions to get out.
I'm 76 years old, and it's like, I don't feel that brave anymore.
Marvin Silva got the evacuation order Tuesday morning. He does not know when or even if he'll ever be back to his home.
All praises to the Most High YAHAWAH, the Heavenly Father, in the name of the Holy Spirit, the Earthly Mother, sanctifying YAHAWAH, the Holy Son. Brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, welcome. This is your humble servant, Biglevi, and today is Thursday, August the 19th, 2021. And it's currently 2:28 p.m. Hopefully when I'm done this today and it will be uploaded. Peace be with you, brothers. Peace be with you, sisters. Peace be with your nation, Jews and Gentiles alike. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. What you're watching here, it's called Esau's trouble and the Gentiles' tribulation, and also the freaking two-third punishment, the one that do not want to repent. You are going to see throughout the videos how the Most High himself is moving through the nation, how he's destroying and sweep those people off the land. Another word for evacuation is swept off. It's up to move, to flee. We will witness the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham in full swing. We will witness the ley lines going left and right. We will witness all sort of things that is done by the Most High. We do not give credits to men here. There is no such thing as the elites is doing this and stuff. Those people look like the so-called Gentiles. They are not doing this. They are not burning their own property down. They are not fleeing and doing this to their own people. They could have easily go in the hood and Kempton, and they could have easily go to like Liberty City and in Chicago and burn it down to the hood. No, they are doing this. They are not doing this to their own people. The Father's doing. We are going to witness through a series of videos and a couple articles that the Most High is in the midst. Let us continue. And again, you heard how the fire is blowing uphill. Okay? The fire is blowing uphill. The wind is blowing uphill and making the fires going uphill. All praises.
I'm going to go stay with my son and see if I got a house after. These things could burn. They'll burn. They could burn for weeks now.
As nightfall hit, evacuation orders expanded even across Highway 50. The concern, this wildfire could be the next big one.
And it is. And it is, okay? So when you're watching this, brothers, you see the Most High give them no peace. This fellow right here, okay, you see the people with the American flag and all that. You know, those are the places that our people can go live. Okay, if they find you here doing sundown, it's a problem. Okay, this fellow here, okay, with the trucks and the blessing and stuff. Let's say this guy was or is a white supremacist, and he has planned to bring on Jacob's trouble. He has planned when they give the green light, they will have go ahead in the hood and start shooting our people and kill them. Now he's busy evacuating. He's busy worrying about returning back to a place that he had, a bed or whatever life to live. You know, this guy, if you give him a gun, say, hey, black folks did this to you, go kill them. Which one you want to do? Stay in your house or try to save yourself? Which one you want to do? Bring Jacob's trouble or just trying to stay alive? And he chose to stay alive. Nobody in their right mind will stay in a house that is burning because, oh, I don't know, they want to prove something to you. They don't, and they can't. Okay? Oh, boy. Scumbag all over. Who's setting these fires? All right, then. Let's see. Because it's going to be, a lot of people talking. Okay. It makes the mind ponder. I don't trust any of it. Perhaps another liberal professor, who knows? So that's what they are asking, brothers. How come those fires are starting? All those fires. Who are starting them? Okay. And then they say a liberal. Somebody said something about if the guy, the professor that starting this, he must have a private airplane to fly around the entire earth and starting these fires, because he can't. CAGWN channel, yeah, whatever, man. There can be up to 80,000 lightning strikes in a storm, and perhaps 300 or 400 start small fires. Firefighters will travel the roads, and drones will help spot the locations so they can put them out. Some are in deep canyons like the Tamarack, and they let it burn, thinking at 30 acres it was okay. Then it was 500 acres in a few hours. Okay, California fires does not arrest and win conviction about 100 or 150 arsonists per year. So those people out of there setting some of these, the professor who got caught was clearly not thinking clearly. Okay, all right, well, but some are better educated at arson. Thankfully, Gavin pour massive sum into a preventive whatever. Okay, I know of someone whose friend is a fire chief. This chief was told by command that they were not to save Greenville or Chester. Chester was barely saved by its local volunteer firefighters. They like saying things like that, brothers. When the blessing is burning over, they're like, oh, we receive orders to let it burn because the elite about to build something over there and all that nonsense, okay? Now, they are well aware of that. They are well aware the Mosiah is doing this. They pretend not to know, okay? This happens every time Newsom is up for election. Fires wiping out conservative towns. Please still vote. Now they're trying to make this into a political thing. The Gentiles are really good at that, brothers. They're really good at taking crisis and use it in their own advantage. Not this time. Not this time. They know very well this is being done by the Heavenly Father. Let us move in. Okay, so this is the same fire, okay? That's the Dixie fire. The Dixie fire is still good. Now it's in Lassen County, okay? It's still there. They just don't talk about it, but it's still there. Okay, look at this, beloved. Look at this. There's nothing they can do about this, brethren, okay? All right? They do not have enough firefighters. Their fires outnumber them. Okay, their fire overpowered them. They can't do nothing, just sit and watch. All right? All praises to the Most High. Okay, all of those things are happening, beloved, because of Genesis 15, verse 13. All right? This still stands. Genesis 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger, that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. Now, which land that is? Which land that is? When they say that in a land that is not theirs, they're not talking about the Gentile. They're not talking about us here. Okay, all right? In the land, they start be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. Okay, and they shall serve them. All right, and they shall afflict them 400 years. You have to understand, brother, when you read this, and he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger. Okay? They are a stranger in a land that is not theirs. This theirs is not referring to us as a stranger. Okay? It's referring to them right here. This is not theirs, referring to this them right here. And shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. This theirs is referring to this them and this day. It is not those people that we serve land. It is not those people that afflict us 400 years. That's how the priest of Mahan does. They put things backward, next to each other, so you will know that the land are not theirs, or not ours. No, which the land that is not theirs, and they shall serve them. Who's them? This them just coming out of nowhere, and they shall afflict them 400 years. They never specify something unless you will know this when the prophecy is being fulfilled. Okay? And that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. And he's judging this nation through the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. All right? All right? The Father's judging the people that are upon this land. And what is this land? Who own this land? This is Ether 2 verse 9. And now, this is from the Book of Mormon, okay? And now, we can behold the decrees of YAHAWAH concerning this land. That land that we are. That land those people are. That this land of promise, which is a land of promise. This land wasn't promised unto them. This land wasn't promised unto these people, these them that we serve. Okay? The day that afflict us 400 years. You have to see, they put like theirs, they put theirs, them, they, them. It's all confused unless the prophecy is being fulfilled. You understand when they say, and a stranger in a land that is not theirs. It's not like theirs, like the children, the seed of Abraham. No, it's not the land of the people that they are going to serve. And shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Okay, stranger in a land. And then in the book of Esther 2, verse 9, and now we can behold the decrees of God concerning this land, that it is a land of promise. And whatsoever nation shall possess it shall serve God, or they shall be swept off when the fullness of his wrath shall come up upon them. And the fullness of his wrath cometh upon them which they are ripening in iniquity. The Gentiles is good. They're good for harvest. Okay, that is why the Father is using the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham to take them off the land. This is plague number 2, fiery conflagration of the city. All praises to the Most High. Let us keep on moving and watch how the Father is tormenting. Is that thing even? All right. So let us watch how the Father is doing his thing. Okay. We got a lot more video we need to bring. Okay. This is not gonna be enough. I'm trying to do this as fast as I can. Okay. So now, what you're seeing here, okay, what you're seeing here is this fellow right there. Okay, he's on a cherry picker, a man, they call it a man ladder, a man up, or something like that. There's another name for this. So you see how the fires are starting everywhere, and any little thing can spark a huge fire. And in this fire right there, you can see a face here, which we see all the time. This is the mouth. This is like somebody that is in pain. That's the mouth open. That's the two nostrils, the nose, and this is the mouth. This is the eyes closed. Okay, and all those things you are able to see things. Okay, and this thing is look at the face right here on this side. This is the beard. Okay, this is the chin right here. You know, it look like a dude. That opened his side of his mouth in pain, and this is the nose and the mouth, the eyes. You can see all those things, and this is the beard, the white beard right here, go right here, and this is the hair, the afro going all over here. You know, this is a face. At least that's what I'm seeing. All right, any little thing like this, brothers, it's a big problem. Watch this. Okay, this guy's stuck over there. Okay. They jump. Okay, so they can tell him to jump. Jump. Because, you know. Okay, they tell him to jump. So he had to jump. Okay. Okay, you see that. You see this, brothers. Just a simple thing like doing some work, doing some work, and this thing caught on fire. They could not put him down. And they didn't even have the sense of decency to put the fire out first. Okay? Okay. All right. All praises. Crazy things. Days and days we're seeing crazy stuff. The Most High is in the midst.
For purpose of smuggling to sea.
Okay, so now this is Lebanon, okay, and over there in Lebanon, the people, anger in Lebanon after fuel tank explodes, kills 28. Supplies of fuel and medicine run out the world, Okay, they run out. So now you're seeing a lot of people catching hell, man, especially Lebanon, because the Lebanese is over there in the Holy Land over there, in the fourth part. Okay, in Haiti. So they are doing all sort of things, and the Musa is watch this. Those are you see this? You see the leg? You see the leg? This is a person right here. Okay, let's watch this in slow motion. Alright? I don't know how they got away with this, but if they get away, I'm assuming we can get away, okay? I'm assuming it's a person. Let's watch and see. Okay, that's a person. See the hand? That person is laying on the back. You see the chest? You see the one leg? And the other leg right here. That's another guy laying next to it, okay? Okay? They are burning to crisp. All right? Those are people lying there. Okay? All right? That's a hand right there. That's another person, you see? You see that person laying on the side. This is the arm. Right here. They are burned. Okay? Let's see if we can find more people. The Most High is a horrible and terrible God, man. They're going to act like those people are still all right or they still live. No, they're not. They are no longer here. That's why the jobs position cannot be filled and they don't want to hire our people. And our people really don't care about that anyway, so.
Allah.
Oh my God.
This is
Look
not the worst part of what is happening.
Okay. Look at this. That's a dead body. Oh, okay. This guy's all burnt.
A few days after every disaster.
Okay, look at this. All right.
Everyone would turn a blind eye, while the Lebanese people and their statehood, the Lebanese future, the shape of their political, social, economic system is falling one block after the other into chaos, uncertainty, and anarchy.
The Lebanese Central Bank claims it had to remove the fuel subsidies. The already scarce fuel hit an all-time high price. Distributors, cartels, and some of the owners of gas stations had already stocked up the fuel at subsidized prices without distributing it fairly to the people. In the middle of the chaos, the Lebanese army had to step in, starting a national campaign all over Lebanon, entering closed stations, confiscating stocked fuel, and distributing it to the people, and sometimes for free.
This scene was last Saturday. It triggered the already ongoing wave of confrontations at gas stations that WION's West Asia Bureau had reported. Escalating confrontations.
Now, what you're seeing here, this is in French, which is prix volume, and is a price and volume. The price is like 366 whatever money they are doing per gallon. Or is that what that is? Oh, no, per 10 gallons. They have 10 liters, not even gallon, liters. Okay. So, the price per liter is 166, I believe. So, now, brethren, you are seeing this. Listen, those people are not doing these things to their own. Okay, some 83 Gentiles, they got together, okay, to come upon the loin of the people of the Most High, the people of the book. This has nothing to do with them. They will not mess up their own blessing. Lebanon was doing pretty well. They had all the money and stuff like that. They are doing pretty well, pretty good. Now the Most High is doing this to them. Okay, so that's what that is.
Stations at the border villages where large amounts of fuel would be stacked for purpose of smuggling to Syria and selling at high prices.
Wow.
The cartel takes different forms in Lebanon, but it is always linked and protected by politicians, especially these smuggling cartels, since they need bigger protection from security forces and the army. In the middle of the night, people were driven to their death in Akkar. People in need of gasoline in Talail heard that the army is distributing confiscated fuel that night. They rushed and gathered around the confiscated tanker in an unorganized manner.
Okay, so that's what happened. That's what happened. I didn't know this. They got let's listen. Let's listen.
Then a feud resulted in a fight with fire involved. Some say there was a shooting near a full tanker. Then the catastrophe.
So what happened here? Man, the Most High. That's why you see there were so many dead bodies. They confiscated a fuel tank, and those guys heard they are giving fuel. And again, every single time I look, brothers, I always some type of face. And I have to say this. I mean, to me, it looks like one, but to others, it may not. This look like a prophet right here, a prophet, If you look at this tree right here, look like a face. This is the forehead, okay? This is the head, the back of the head right here. It looks like a Rasta, like a Rasta dude, okay? This is the back, the hair, the back of the head. This is the line, the jawline, and this is the goatee right here out of the beard. This is the lips right here, and then the front right here is the nose, and the nose right here and the forehead. To me, it looks like a face. He's looking that way. Okay, it's looking that way. And then there's another lion face here. There's a one eye, the nose, and this is the lion. This is the lion fur and all that crazy thing. But this look like a face to me. Okay, again, maybe it's me seeing this thing. This is the nose right here, the nose right here, and then the lips, the goatee, the little goatee right here. And then the beard and the back, it's like a Rasta wearing like a headgear. Okay, the headgear is over there, and then he's looking right here. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, like I was saying, those people, they come and then they try to get that fuel, and then something happened in the midst of that. There was an argument, and somebody brings some fire. Somebody brings some fire, and then boom, they light it up, and the whole thing went in flame.
يا ساتر يا رب على المجزرة يا ساتر يا رب يا ساتر يا رب يا ساتر
Over
يا رب.
28 people died in Akkar's blast, and tens were severely injured.
Okay, so those are the wives grieving. Okay, this is plague number 1, sorrow, and also fiery conflagration of the cities. Now these sorrows go both ways. Go for the sorrow they are feeling, and then it go the sorrow for much needs. Okay, there's a shortage of fuel, there's a shortage of food, there's a shortage of money, there's a shortage of blessing. Okay, you can see this playing really well, brothers. If you can't see this, sisters, there's nothing I can do for you. Okay, sorrow, they are in sorrow. Okay, it's been a while we haven't defining the word sorrow. Define sorrow. Look at this. Man, come on.
According to less than
Sorrow.
B greater than pine sol less than B. Here's the definition of sorrow. A feeling of deep distress caused by loss, disappointment, or other misfortune suffered by oneself or others.
Okay, sadness, unhappiness, dejection, regret, depression, misery. Okay, those people lost someone. Okay, all right, they do not have the amount of fuel that they need, and the plague number 2 hit them. Okay, fiery conflagration, a lot of fire, a lot of explosion. All praises to the Most High.
Most of the ambulances had no gas in their tanks to come to the rescue of those in dire need of medical attention.
You heard that? Do you hear that? It's the Most High. Look, it's man, the Most High is grand, man. They don't even have fuel to put in the ambulance, and then to go ahead and pick up those people. And guess what? The moment this thing calm down a little, which will not, and they're going to claim victory. Oh yeah, we beat the plague out there and stuff. We got the vax, the cure. We have heroes, the heroes of the first responders, the firefighters, they're heroes and stuff. And then they will take the credit from the Most High. That's what they do all the time. Not this time. The Most High is in the midst of all this. He is. That's why you see this. They cannot do anything. He will not save them. He abandoned them. He turned his face away from them and towards us. His face is fixed towards his children. Talk to your father. Talk to him. He's listening. He's giving you ears now.
Most hospitals couldn't help in any way because of power shortage or medicine shortage or both. Countries like Turkey and local politicians like Saad al-Hariri are either on a self-promotion trip as aid donors or investing in the disaster for political reasons. But truth be told, the main problem is that there is no money to buy fuel for supplying to the power plants, to the people, to the telecom companies, the hotels, the whole country.
There is no money. Shortages. The first one, shortages. There are no money. Those people are broke. The blessing is done. The well is dry. The river is dry. There is a massive dry. There is a holy visitation upon this earth. The Most High is in the midst, damn it. There's no money for those people. And you know the Gentiles make their God money. Who was Eliphaz? Oh, man.
According to Wikipedia, Eliphaz was born into a family of 7. According to Wikipedia,
Eliphaz, is that what that is? Eliphaz. No. Eliphaz, is that what that is? Let me see. No, that's not Job. That's not the one Job. Ah, boy. Yeah, Eliphaz, the son of Esau, which means my God is the fine gold. Meaning, is that what that is? Yeah, pure gold, okay? Eliphaz, okay? L is pure gold. It's called a terminite. Job 4:1 as an alternative to the present, L is pure gold. So that's how they named their children. My God is pure gold. They worship money. That's the son of Esau, Eliphaz. Eliphaz was pretty good, man. He was very good when it comes to sword. When it comes to the sword, Eliphaz was very good. And he come upon the loin to kill Jacob. If it wasn't for an angel, he would have killed Jacob. Until Jacob talked to him, and then he could not kill Jacob. Okay? Eliphaz mean my God is pure gold. They are not talking about the Most High here. Okay, they are talking about this. And God we trust. Really?
According to Wikipedia, "In God We Trust" is the official motto of the United States and of the U.S. state of Florida.
Really? Is that what that is? Ah, man, anyway. Let me try this. In God we trust. There we go.
According to Wikipedia, "In God We Trust" is the official motto of the United States and of the U.S. state of Florida.
Florida. Really? Didn't know this. So, in God we trust, that means in Eliphaz we trust. In our money we trust. In our money we trust. In God we trust. Eliphaz. Or Eliphaz. I don't know how to pronounce. Whoops. I always say Eliphaz, you know. Eliphaz. Let's see.
How to pronounce Eliphaz.
Yeah.
Eliphaz.
Eliphaz. Yeah, well, I just say Eliphaz. 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 You know, which means my God is pure gold. Their pure gold is when Eliphaz left the Eliphaz has left the building. Eliphaz run away. There is no more Eliphaz for you, sir. All praises to the Most High. Yes, sir. No more Eliphaz for you, sir. Okay? Let's listen to this again, what she say about the money. Listen to this.
Gas in their tanks to come to the rescue of those in dire need of medical attention. Most hospitals couldn't help in any way because of power shortage.
You hear them, Allah, oh my God, why Allah and stuff? Well, Allah is not listening because one, he's not real, and two, Father is the true power. The word Allah means like power. Allahu Akbar, my God is greater than yours. What? And he did this to your people? All right then.
Or medicine shortage, or both. Countries like Turkey and local politicians like Saad al-Hariri are either on a self-promotion trip as aid donors or investing in the disaster for political reasons. But truth be told, the main problem is that there is no money to buy fuel for supplying to the power plants, to the people, to the telecom companies, the hotels, the whole country. The main problem is still there, as the fear of another catastrophe at any place and any time.
All praises. No more Eliphaz for you. No more pure gold. Let's read a little bit of the comments. Damn, why does most of the world worst problem come from Middle East? Damn, one can't even just be outside strolling. Death is everywhere. They are seeing it, brothers. This is Azariah saying here, a fellow. Damn, one can't even be outside strolling. Death is everywhere. Even just staying home is a life or death high-profile military mission. It is true. The Gentiles, beloved, they are finding out that even staying in their home, brothers, even sleeping in their own bed, sisters, it's a very difficult task. That means they have no peace. This is the angels coming back and reporting to us, brothers. Okay, my condolences to the families. A similar thing happened in my country. A full bus with a bus full with passengers died because of fuel sold on the roadside on a sunny day. Okay, this is what happened when religious fanatics run a country underground. Let them fight. Time machine minus the oil money from Middle East, and you will end up in the 6th century. So yeah, well, whatever, man. Yeah, you people always claiming that Elon Musk can do this, and so why don't he build a time machine and go warn us in 2019? Say something gonna happen in 2020. It's gonna come from China. We need to go to war with them first, or whatever. Okay. Lebanon just can't catch a break. Wow, my heart goes to Lebanon. They can't. Let me tell a joke. Middle East is the most peaceful region of the world. Listen and read the books of Bridget Garby. Understand the fall of Lebanon. All right then. When religions become fuel, they explode. So yeah, an argument happened, brothers. Okay. And then they set this thing on fire. All right, let's see if they have anything interesting to say about this. The Mosai is in the midst. He's visiting those people.
Whether it is waiting for a government to be formed, the World Bank to step in, or the Lebanese army to manage the resources.
So you see how the UN doesn't step in this. You see how they the so-called the Lebanese here all over the world are not sending food and stuff like that. They are not sending fuel and stuff. You all right, baby? Oh,
more paperwork to fill out
for the thing.
For not to school. Her
Okay.
teacher son.
Okay.
And then I gotta go get her some more school supplies
Okay. All right.
when you're done.
Okay. Wow. Good. The thing over there. You see how they are not doing this, brethren? They are not They are not going and said, hey, yeah, we need to get those the armies over there, the UN and stuff. Those people they're incapable of governing themselves. We need to civilize those people. None of that. You don't see anything. You don't see anything come up in here. People saying, we need to send the UN there. We need to do we need to send the Marines, the Navy, and take over the land and do this and do that. None of that. You don't see they show you the fight where those people were fighting. I'm pretty sure somebody had a video in their phone. They don't show you the fight where the guy say, I can kill you, man. I can. Well, you know what? If you don't want me to get this stuff, I'm gonna light this lighter and then kill all of us. Oh, how dare you? Okay, by Allah, I'm gonna do this. And then they just did this and boom. They won't show you that. Nobody criticized those people how incapable they are. How much of an idiot they are. They can't even govern themselves. They got a whole country by themselves. Nobody's oppressing them. They are swagger jacking left and right, yet they can do this. All praises.
One main point has to be highlighted. In the aftermath of everything, during his Ashura, usually religious message, the leader of Hezbollah spoke of cartels, government formation, and renewed a previous promise. Nasrallah promised the Lebanese to bring Iranian fuel in case this chaos and shortage persists. A Western sanction process aimed to besiege Hezbollah has besieged the people of Lebanon in their homes without power. And now, if Hezbollah brings fuel, it will simply empower Iran even more.
As the country's system continues to deteriorate and amidst anticipation of an election sometime in the near future, this brings back an old saying: they will buy your vote with a loaf of bread. From Beirut, Radi Francis, Guyon.
Okay, so all praises to the Most High. You see it with your own eyes.
Live Copter 3 getting these shots of the Caldor fire. The intensity of the fire leading to more evacuations.
Mandatory evacuations are now in place for north of Highway 50 and south of Slab Creek Reservoir. That's between Larson Road and Ice House Road. Now, one community that was hit hard by the fire, Grizzly Flats. This is some video that was taken overnight as the...
So what they are doing here, again, I keep seeing face. Now another face that I'm seeing here when I so no I'm talking to this thing. Yeah, what you see, what I'm seeing here, it's another face. It looks like a brother with a peak in his hair. Okay, so you can see the afro right here, and you can see the face, the frontal lobe right here, and the nose and the lips, and you can see the jawline and then the throat right here, and then he's looking that way. Okay, he has like a peak in his head, or it looked like somebody that have a sword that somebody just thrust a sword in his head. Again, this is me just seeing things, things like that. But anyway, so you're seeing, brothers, the the plague number 2, the fiery conflagration of the cities is all over. Okay, watch this.
The fire just tore through the area, leaving a path of destruction, and you can see the structures there have been destroyed tonight.
It is always good for them to say the word structures, not houses. Oh, structures. A structure can be, well, that's not telling you. Let's define it. Okay. Structure.
Here's the definition of structure: the arrangement of and relations between the parts or elements of something complex.
Construction, or form, formation, shape, composition, fabric. Some fabric was burned, some shape of things, some formation and form of construction was burned. Some arranged, some organized, order, design, shape thing was burned. But what was these structures? What all we are seeing here, we are witness. Those are houses. That's chair over there, and this is somebody lived there. This is not some form things you cannot explain. Because in the media, brothers, they give them words to say, then words not to say. They will trigger certain emotion. Okay, this thing is a house and it's burnt down. All right.
We also know this, that 2 people from the Grizzly Flats community suffered severe injuries in this fire. Governor Newsom declaring a state of emergency for El Dorado County.
You see, those are the car, brothers. Okay, this thing, what they are saying, brethren, this thing, sister, it's burning down more structures, burning down more houses. Man, I'm repeating the garbage that they go, but no, it's burning more homes. It's burning more places that they live, more cars. That's why in the previous video, and it's no strange. It's the previous video that we watched. The fire was in a place called Mormon Trail. And that's why we have to go to the Book of Mormon, chapter 2, verse 9. Mormon Trail, is that what that was? Can we get this thing again? But anyway, that's what it is. We'll stumble upon it.
County.
And now to this video. It was taken after the flames went through Grizzly Flats. You can see the burned out cars there, the burned out homes, smoldering flames.
The burned down homes. Okay, now you're talking to me. Don't be telling me structures, the houses, the cars and stuff. Look at the deer. So happy.
It's flickering in the middle of what's left of some buildings there.
Nothing happened to them.
We also saw these deer running through the ash and debris. Wildlife also trying to escape the flames.
Not trying. They already escaped. The Most High moved them out of the place even before that, and then he set it on fire.
And this is what it's like for people who had to drive through the fire just to get away. This video coming from one of our crews that they were following a CAL FIRE truck during some earlier news coverage for us. For some of the evacuees, though, this was the last look at their neighborhood.
This fire started to take off last night, and it isn't slowing down. Here's the area where the fire is burning. It's already raced through Grizzly Flats. It's just south of Jenkinson Lake and Sly Park. The focus right now is keeping it there.
Yeah, thousands of people are out of their homes as a result. So here's a quick glance at the evacuation orders in place right now. The most recent just added before 6 o'clock tonight, again, including areas north of Highway 50 and south of the Slab Creek Reservoir. Again, that's between Larson Road and Ice House Road. And also, we should tell you that part of the community of Camino is included. And these are not warnings. This is a mandatory evacuation order for all of these areas. If you haven't left yet, you need to get out now for your safety.
Yeah, the CHP says this fire could even lead to the closure of Highway 50 tonight. Officers say drivers should be prepared for 50 to close from Ice House Road to Myers. In Placerville, the city actually left the traffic lights on solid green to help that traffic flow smoothly along Highway 50. You can see those cones there blocking the turning lane. That's so no one could turn into Placerville. This, of course, is expediting those evacuations. And this fire is moving so fast. More than 30,000 acres have burned already. Dozens of structures have already been destroyed. Many homes in the Grizzly Flats area have now been lost. You are taking video, looking at video from Livecopter 3. This is from earlier today. You can see the massive plumes of smoke that this fire is putting up.
Again, massive plume of smoke. Okay, those people know this. They are seeing this. Okay, the Most High is in the midst of all of that.
You can also just see the intense flames there because of this Caldor fire that really, it started over the weekend and really intensified.
So yeah, all praises to the Most High, man. This thing is not stopping. Okay, it's not. Took my kids to school this morning and got a call to pick them up 45 minutes later. We left Pollock just after noon and got mandatory orders just after 5. They have no peace. They are busy. Okay? And then always make this political. Vote Newsom out and replace him with someone that will manage and tend the forest. They still listen to that Trump garbage that the reason why this is happening because, oh, you're not raking the forest. You know how stupid that sounds? You know how that's stupid to manage a forest and then rake the forest? You can never do this. You scum. The Most High is sweeping you off the land. All praises to the Most High.
Really shook one community. A man actually went outside after the storm only to find that his truck was hit by lightning. Look at those flames in that video there. Our Zach Crenshaw picks up our team coverage in Santan Valley.
You know, it's easy to see the strength of the winds from last night's storm. Just take a look at how easily it uprooted this massive tree and toppled it over. The cleanup is already underway at parks like this, on the flooded roads across the East Valley, and just a couple blocks into this neighborhood, where one man is in need of a new truck.
This is what used to be the airbag.
Richard Lange loved his Dodge pickup.
This is the very first vehicle I learned to drive on.
His dad had it custom made back in '99.
The Big Purple, as we called it.
But the Big Purple, now a singed charcoal.
I can't buff that out, so.
Not the color or the dents.
This big old dent right here was where the lightning struck. It hit, went through, and caught my carpet down here on fire.
Richard's girlfriend woke up and saw it first.
She's like, your truck's on fire. It's like, crap.
Luckily it was raining last night, or that tree was on fire.
Neighbor Robbie Elkin heard that lightning strike.
Wait, what was this guy's name? Let me hear this guy's name again.
Truck's on fire. It's like, crap.
Luckily it was raining last night, or that tree was on fire.
Neighbor Robbie Elkin heard that lightning strike. Then minutes later, the 9mm rounds left inside.
I heard the ammo popping. I'm former military, so once I heard that, I'm like, let's get inside.
The fire department and PCSO stuck around until that old truck was
melted, crusty.
Looking at it now in daylight,
awe-inspiring, but also depressing.
Richard, who's a mechanic, hopes to repurpose the axles.
Dream lives on, so to speak.
But he says he'll still miss Big Purple.
Despite the 9 miles to the gallon it got.
Zach Crenshaw.
now it doesn't get any. So, I mean,
yeah, so the Mosai yacht salary. All right, I forgot this dude's name. I don't want to miss any angel reporting back to us. This guy name was Zach. Okay, the other one was Raviel or Raviken or whatever that guy name was. Okay, Richard Lange. That's his name, Richard. Okay, all praises, man. All praises to the Most High. This is his stuff. Okay, read a little bit of this. Dude, really optimistic. Nah, that's how Gentile does. Hey, I don't feel anything, man. You know, and stuff like that. So yeah. So a wave of forest fires reaches Jerusalem. Okay, this is Sky News Arabia. Okay, this is that thing that happened over there in Hishland. Okay, let me see. Okay, oh God, cold and peace, well, in rain, be upon Palestine. God is the greatest glory of the Creator. May Allah be kind to us, Muslim and all Muslim. Nah, that's how they're burning this thing down. Okay. Okay. So this is in Middle East, so-called Israel, I believe. I think it's in Saudi Arabia. Okay, this is in Saudi Arabia. Okay, the whole thing is burning. Worldwide, brothers. Worldwide. Okay, worldwide. Okay, they always bring some expert garbage, telling you about garbage. They can't put that thing out. Okay, the whole forest. Burn. All praises, all praises.
Lieutenant with the Jack's Fire Rescue passed away from COVID. Lieutenant Mario Moya had been with the department for 17 years. News4Jax reporter Marilyn Parker joins us live in Maryland. He was also married with children.
Yes, he was. He had a wife and 3 children. JFRD says throughout the pandemic, he unselfishly served his community, exposing himself to the virus that took his life. Support and prayers for the family are pouring out on social media today. Jacksonville Mayor Lenny Curry wrote this on Twitter this morning. I want to extend my deepest condolences to the family of Lieutenant Mario Moya and the entire JFRD community. Lieutenant Moya was a dedicated public servant who consistently showed up to selflessly help others during this pandemic. His heroic actions have touched the lives of many in our community. My thoughts and prayers are with him, his family, and everyone at JFRD during this time.
Now, beloved, you see there's a massive amount of so-called first responders, you know, they are dying because of the the plague over there. And a lot of those guys, they are fully cured. Okay, they are fully cured, plus the booster, but they are no longer. Okay, it's not like this fellow is on vacation. He's no more. He's not here anymore. He's no longer here. Okay, so people will try to make it seems that this guy, he went somewhere and hide, or he refused to work. He's no longer here. That's the point. Okay, all right. Was he cured? If not, why not? If so, then what's good is the cure? Jonathan's 101 asked the question. Get the answer report. Prayers to the family and friends. Imagine all the plague people. He did CPR. That's the thing. Okay. Okay, so was he cured? That's what people are asking now. Was he cured? Was he cured? You know, yeah. All right. All praises. All the health expert in there. Wow. Okay. This is a hailstorm. Okay. All right, brother Big Judah just upload something. 1 minute. Let's see. The God of all religions of the world is Satan. Yes, awake Hebrews are the lone light in this world. Yep, you guys are the true Satanists, all religion. You guys are the fallen angels. You have the fallen angel spirit upon you, not Hollywood, you scumbags. Now, brothers, this is plague number 6 right here. Increase of hail and snow. So, plague number 6, all you can see throughout all the year, brothers, okay, stone falling from the skies, wave of hail fell on Europe, thunderstorm, hailstorm hit Austria. Okay, that's all you're seeing, okay? All right? Okay? All right, the waters.
In total, around 93 kilometers per
Okay,
hour in
like
Weisenkirchen, Upper Austria.
mudslide, look at this.
A very strong hail.
Okay, look at this.
With gusts of wind hit Zelle MC.
All praises, all praises.
Buildings nearby the Capitol building have been evacuated, and we are now waiting to hear from the U.S. Capitol Police as well as other law enforcement officials working on this investigation. Let's listen.
Capitol Police Department. You're going to be hearing from our new chief, Tom Manger, and he is accompanied by D.C. Metropolitan Police Department Chief Robert Conti. Chief Manger.
First, I want to thank you all for your patience. Sorry to keep you so far away, but safety is our number one focus on this.
No, this is the angels coming back telling you put up a spirit of fear on them. Active threat investigation. You will have no peace. And this happened today, brethren, okay? All right, August 19th, okay? Today. All right, those people will have no peace. None. You will not have peace. You have none. Any little thing, there's a threat here, evacuation, let's see what happened.
During this incident. Around 9:15 this morning, a man in a black pickup truck drove onto the sidewalk in front of the Library of Congress, near First and Independence Southeast. We responded to a disturbance call. The driver of the truck told the responding officer on the scene that he had a bomb and what the officer said appeared to be a detonator in the man's hand. So we immediately evacuated the nearby buildings. As you all know, the House and Senate are on recess, but there's still people working throughout some of the buildings that were nearby this location. I don't want to get into the negotiations that are ongoing.
So our beloved sister Shiba Shan is in the area. Let me see. We got other sisters, the brothers that stay here that works in those areas. So the Supreme Court, Library of Congress, Cannon House office building, all those places, they are loaded with ley lines, okay?
I know that some information has come out on, been live streamed, so I know you all may have some information, but my negotiators are hard at work trying to have a peaceful resolution to this incident. Not only do we have U.S. Capitol Police on the scene, but Metropolitan Police Department of Washington, D.C. is with us, the FBI, Washington Field Office, ATF, and of course, D.C. Fire and EMS. So I'll take any questions that you all have.
Chief Major, can you tell us why he's doing this? Is the suspect live streaming hurting your investigation, or is it helping your investigation?
So we're trying to get as much information as we can to find a way to peacefully resolve this. So we are in communication with the suspect, but I don't want to talk about exactly what we're talking about because the negotiations are ongoing.
Chief Major, can you tell us?
So wait, was that guy live streaming this thing, or what's going on here? Hopefully we get an update, and I'm gonna see if we can get an update.
Why he's doing this?
We don't know what his motives are at this time.
Of course you don't.
Chief, what can you tell us about the suspect? Do you know if he is a veteran of the Afghan?
Is he white? What's going on? Is he white? That's what we want to know. That's the question here.
More of the war in Iraq?
We don't know a whole lot. We do have a possible name and identity of the suspect, but we don't have much information at all about him at this time. We're going to give periodic updates, and I'm sorry we don't have more information because this really is an ongoing situation.
Of course.
But we'll give you another periodic update shortly.
Is there any threat to the neighborhood nearby here?
And then they get out. How rude is that, man? You guys didn't say thank you, and then I will let you update. No, you just... This guy just turned. Oh, man. All praises, man. He just turned away from the people. Let me see if we got anything. ABC News. All right. Let's see if there's anything going on here. Okay, U.S. Capitol. Haitian desperate needs after the earthquake. Yeah, they are in desperate needs. Always need. Give us the money and we'll give it to them. Tension high in Kabul. Louisiana reported more than 5. Haiti surge, struggle, school hoping Afghans flee. Yeah, focus on Haiti. Yeah, focus there. All right, active bomb threat. So that's that's they're focusing on Haiti. Haiti in crisis as tropical storm follows deadly. Haiti in crisis and all that. Yeah, whatever, man. Look at what's going on here. They haven't put in any updates, so hopefully we'll know what happened. All praises.
Tonight in a Bay Area Islamic congregation where alleged sexual assault victims claim leaders concealed a pattern of abuse.
The suspect was the Islamic Society of Tampa Bay Area youth director for years, but now he's facing criminal charges and a civil lawsuit that alleges he preyed on multiple young boys. 8 on your side, senior investigator Walt Buteau broke the story and joins us with new details.
The Islamic Society told the congregation the suspect was barred from the property about 4 months ago, but police alleged by then 5 boys had already been molested, and investigators expect more to step forward. For the families of the known alleged victims, the Islam Society of Tampa Bay Area was a refuge.
My apology, I may not make this video 2 hours. A lot of things are coming. But anyway, man, hey, that's what's going on, man. The priesthood of my hunt. This video go well. This video go well with what the beloved brother just uploaded here. Okay, this is all religions. The God of all religions of the world is Satan. Okay, that's what that is. So yeah, you have to get a demonic spirit upon you to do this to kids, man, to children.
Huge from countries like war-torn Afghanistan. They fled here and believed their loved ones were safe, according to plaintiff's attorney Sam Badawi.
And that failed them. They're shattered, they're broken, they're speechless, they're mad.
The lawsuit alleges now former youth director Ehab Gonaim, quote, preyed on underage boys. He took young congregation members on several excursions, according to Badawi, with the complaint told through the allegations of John Doe number 1. During sleepovers in Gonaim's Pinellas Park home, the 51-year-old would allegedly offer kids pills to help them sleep, the filing says, claiming these pills were sedatives in order for Gonaim to take sexual advantage of John Doe number 1 while he is asleep. The plaintiffs claim Istaba saw warning signs but ignored them.
What we're alleging is they knew or should have known. You can't stick your head in the sand and have a guy like him being around boys for 5 years.
And you didn't know
and
that.
say, "Oh, I didn't know."
Yeah, no,
Gonheim is
that's
charged by
impossible.
Pinellas Park Police with 3 counts of sexual assault. Estaba has yet to comment on the.
Let me tell you something about Islam, okay? What happening here. A few years ago, I had certain things. I was doing certain research, and I find out a fellow online, and he was a Muslim fellow, so. And he was explaining what's really going on over there. And he made it known that it is extremely difficult. It is next to impossible for young men in this age to get a woman, to marry, to quote unquote having a baking session. Now, that happened in 2014, 2016. No, I said 2014, 2013. And he said the reason is you need a lot to get married over there. You need, not a lot of wealth, but you need certain things. You need like a house. You need to be able to provide for the wife. And a lot of young men, they are not in the stage to get married. And a lot of boys, and they have cell phones, and they are connected to the internet. There are a massive amount of things they are seeing. And a lot of them, when they are seeing those things, to them, it's nothing but baking. And they are young men, and they are around other young men. But women cannot be in the midst of them, because the law do not allow women to be in a place as a man if that woman is not the wife of this man. It is resulted in a lot of sexual frustration. It is resulted in a lot of undercover cowboyism. You don't see the cowboy hat, but they have the cowboy badge. You don't see the cowboy boots, but you see the cowboy stars. Okay, the badge. They have all of them. They are into cowboyism. And it is kept so secretive that, it's a death sentence if they find out, you like to, ride another dude, horse until you can't ride no more, or you're into rodeo and things like that. So a lot of those guys, they are into this. Ever since they were little boys, they grew up into this. And it becomes a second nature. Is that what that is? Is that what they say? Suck in nature or second nature? It becomes second nature to them. Now, when they grow up, they get wives and stuff. They are no longer interested in that. It's not something that is interested to them. So this is what happened when you put you interfere with the Most High natural law. This is what happened when you tell this man he cannot have a woman unless he's doing this, he's doing that. That's why I don't get involved when super Hebrews are coming to me and ask a question. Well, do you think we should do this? Do you think we should do that? And I have a different understanding of the Most High than a lot of people out there. They think they can put restriction upon what the Most High make naturally, and then you will have things like that happen. You will have men that can't get any woman at all because, they need a car, they need a house, they need certain things to have to literally buy this woman. That's what those guys do. The same thing is going in China. In China, beloved, you literally need to get a house, a car, and a good job to get a woman, because women are very rare over there. Not that much women. When you go over there, it's nothing but a sausage fest. Barely any tacos over there. It's all loaded with sausages, pickles, and aubergine, and eggplants, and all that stuff. That's how you got a lot of pickle smoochers over there in China, and a lot of wang over there, because they kill the little girls. Keep doing this. Keep coming upon the Most High and saying, oh, women are weak, women are this, and only men are strong. We don't need women. Come to find out after 30, 40 years, oh, you need women now. Certain group of Hebrew, I see them talking about like how they're going to do, how you supposed to do this. I laugh at them. I laugh. I'm like, you silly little monkey. Look at you scumbag trying to come up on the loin of the Father. And it's something that he created that is so beautiful. You tell our people, well, you need to get this, you need to get that before you can do this. For instance, for a man to marry, you need to get a beard. Okay? There are certain brothers out there, they can't grow a beard. What the hell you want them to do? Well, I don't know. Stuff. They can't grow a beard. What is it? You want them to start taking hormone pill and do that nonsense and wearing fake beard working? Is that what that is? That's what happened to those people here. They come with a bunch of things in Sharia law, which is not in the Quran at all when you check it. Okay, a lot of the things that Christians are saying about marriage, none of those things are in the book. None of those things are biblical. They just build things, okay, to keep the slave, to keep the slave at a certain amount of people. That's why they love saying you're 13%. When it comes to our people, hey, you can't marry this. Did you know a slave could not marry unless they have to tell the slave to marry? And the only way a slave will get married is to jump the broom. Is that what that is? Jumping the broom.
Jumping the Broom is a 2011 movie directed by Salim Akil, starring Paula Patton, Laz Alonso, and Angela Bassett.
What's the slavery meaning of jumping the broom?
According to Insider, in the antebellum United States, jumping the broom was one ceremony where slaves were forced to marry one another, according to the folklore scholar Alan Dundas.
That's not what that is. They weren't forced to marry one another. You know, they have to jump the broom, you know, for a marriage, for the people to accept, okay, their marriage. Still this day, they are doing this garbage, okay? They have to jump the broom, just like the Jewish stepping on glass. All of those silly things. Oh, well, if they caught a slave and then they didn't jump the broom, the marriage is annulled. This sin, you commit a great sin in front of white Jesus. So they will punish the slave. Sometimes they will kill both of them because they sin. They sin in the bedroom because they didn't jump the broom. Okay? Let me see. The Jewish got stepping on glass. Jewish wedding, stepping on glass meaning.
According to Brides, the breaking of the glass holds multiple meanings. Some say it represents the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem. Others say it demonstrates that marriage holds sorrow as well as joy and is a representation of the commitment to stand by one another even in hard times.
And you see these little silly things, and how people will take this, the Jewish did it, and then they will incorporate it in our stuff. Big Levi, did you and your wife, did you and your wife break that glass with your feet? Did you do this? Well, then you're sinning in front of the Most High. You're sinning this, you're sinning that. And it's amazing that our people, Brethren, I'm dead serious about this. And I see a lot of people saying things about marriage. I'm like, you people have, you stop copying the heathens. Do not go in their way. Go in the natural way the Most High put you. Don't put little things like this and there and tell a man, some brother, let's say a brother don't have a feet. The brother's diabetic. They cut one of his feet. They cut both of his feet. You can't get married, man, because, you cannot step on this. Is that thing even recording right now? Let me see. Yeah, you cannot step on this glass and stuff like that. And then now brother's getting stuck. The sister's overweight. The brother's overweight. They cannot jump the broom. They're in a wheelchair. You cannot jump the broom. When you put a restriction like this in front of something that the Most High created that is beautiful, they can perform it. Guess what? They're going to do that thing that this guy did here.
Lawsuit, but in a statement to its congregation, the nonprofit said they are cooperating with investigators. Meanwhile, there are concerns about other victims and requests they contact police.
And certainly if that happens, I think we're going to find quite a few more boys, unfortunately, that were sexually assaulted.
There have been some signals that this guy his actions are very suspicious.
Again, beloved, understand this. When the people are doing things like that, it is a spirit that is upon them. It is a demon. It's something that they cannot hide. If somebody have this spirit on them, you can clearly see them. Anytime you see, we're opening a video, somebody start talking, and then you see the interviewer is like, well, I don't know, and it seems like this happened over there, and then stuff. You can feel the spirit in that person. Okay, some of them, they forced to hide that things, but you will not see it in their speech. You will not see it and when they're in public, but you will see it in their behavior. When that person is speaking, pay attention to that person. You can see the cowboyism in them. Okay, those people, they see the signal, but hey.
For quite some time. So we don't know for how long they knew about this, but probably a long time.
Yeah, they do.
Guggenheim is awaiting extradition from Chicago, where he was arrested by U.S. Marshals. Information about his attorney is not yet part of court records, so no comment from him yet. The plaintiff is seeking a jury trial and damages in excess of $5 million.
Money, money, money. Eliphaz, all praises.
A 3-year-old girl is recovering today after being attacked by a coyote at, of all places, a beach. Little Elodie was enjoying a family vacation on Cape Cod in Massachusetts, stargazing on the beach when the attack happened.
So now you're seeing, beloved, wild beasts will be their grave. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this. This video may not be 2 hours. Wild beasts will be their grave. Okay, and you see this. They are noticing there's a massive amount of coyote attack. Okay, something you was unheard of, and now all of a sudden a bunch of coyote attacks. All right.
We just heard a blood-curdling scream.
Mom Megan Lewis says her husband scooped up Elodie and they all fled to the car.
It was stalking us the entire way up the cars. It was less than 3 feet away from me. I thought it was a dog when it first happened, but then I saw it in the seagrass, and it was just staring at us.
And get this, the coyote is thought to be the same beast that attacked a woman on Cape Cod last month.
There's a lady getting attacked by a coyote out here.
Marcy Sturlis says she tried everything to chase away the coyote.
I was like saying, get out of here, go, go. Go on, get out of here. I was terrified.
She was rescued when 2 guys on a boat came close to shore, made a loud noise, and pulled her aboard. Now comes the attack on the little girl. It sounds like the coyote was pretty close to killing your daughter.
I'm like very...
Okay, all those things are fake. Like this guy, he talking like, oh, they are talking live. It's all fake. They just pre-record. The whole thing is fake.
Very aware. Sorry. We're aware of what it could have been.
A park ranger found the coyote 15 minutes later and shot him to death.
And they are noticing that, okay? The Most High tell them you cannot enjoy the beach, okay? You cannot enjoy the blessing anymore, all right? And you see that a lot of coyote attacks. Wild beasts will be their grave, which is plague number 7. All praises to the Most High. Let us keep on moving. Oh, let me see. What is this? Okay, so, all right. I don't want those guys to, sue us and stuff. A mysterious red jellyfish found in Atlantic. You know, that thing is like, okay. NOAA researchers find a jellyfish. It was discovered in recent expedition off the coast of New Jersey. So they are finding new species, things they never seen before. Okay, well, they are not new species. Those things being created millions or thousands, billions, trillions of years. They just resurface because, you know, the Most High have them here. Okay. All right, they're finding this new fish. Beautiful. Jellyfish. All praises to the Most High. We give him all praises. Okay, so this is I believe that's in Papua New Guinea. Okay, those things has music in them. Okay, there was an earthquake that happened over there. Okay, and there is nothing. Let me see if this is fake news or stuff. Earthquake in Papua New Guinea.
Earthquakes frequently mentioned on the web include 2018 Papua New Guinea earthquake, Papua New Guinea earthquakes, the 1998 Papua New Guinea earthquake, and others.
2021 Papua New Guinea earthquake. Let me see. 6.1. I'm not quite sure what that is. Let me see. This happened yesterday, the 17th. Okay. I don't think this is accurate. A 12.9 earthquake will destroy the entire planet. Okay. Nah, it was 6.7. 6.7. It wasn't 12.1. It wasn't 12. It wasn't 12.2. It's a 6.1 that happened in Papua New Guinea. So it's destruction by earthquake, plague number 5 and plague number 9, plague number 10. Okay, stuff like this. So earthquakes are all over the world. All right. Hey, what the hell?
Wow,
Okay,
a protest against LA City Councilman Joe Buscaino's proposal for a homeless encampment.
Okay, so yeah, always some Negro there stepping and then try to do scum stuff. Okay, always a Negro there trying to protect. Stay out of this thing, man. A scumbag will hold his phone vertically, whatever. And I try to defend these Asian women, these Moabite women. Stay out of it. There you go, the Negro coming over there pushing.
Wow, a protest against LA City Councilman Joe
Another
Buscaino's
Negro.
proposal for a homeless encampment ban.
Guess what? When the police came in, they will ask you and your brother, and then they will just there. Okay? That's why we cannot grieve for those people. We don't know them.
Around LA.
All right, this guy hold his phone, the right way. That's good.
Public schools became tense, as you can see. The councilman's aide, Branimir Kabartik, swiped a protester sign, prompting Buscaino to admonish him and others to confront him. The resolution would establish a 500-foot radius around every public school in the city.
Yeah, a Negro always stepping in there. Scumbag.
Now to a developing story. Philadelphia police say a bad blood between neighbors in West Oak Lane led to gunfire. Action News reporter Bob Brooks live for us now from the 14th Police District, the precinct there, with the details on this back and forth between neighbors. Bob.
Yeah, Shari, that's right. One of the men involved at this wound up being shot twice in the leg, but this could have been a lot worse. That is because one of the bullets that was fired flew through a home and nearly killed a 15-year-old girl. Police say it was a shootout in the 7400 block of Andrews Avenue. The two neighbors got into an argument, and the end result would be one of them, a 22.
Let me see. I think I heard something here.
Shootout in the 7400 block of Andrews Avenue.
Okay,
The two neighbors
Andrews
got
Avenue.
into an argument, and the end result would be one of them, a 22-year-old male, being shot twice in the leg and is now at Einstein Hospital.
That victim, who was conscious and talking, shot in the leg, stable condition, was able to tell police that he was shot by his neighbor, who lives just 3 doors down the street.
Police say nearly 20 shots were fired between the two, but detectives don't think finding the second gunman will take long. That's because
We know where he lives. We know his name. We're talking to his family members.
what happened here
Crazy
nearly
thing.
took an even more tragic turn. Police say one of the bullets fired hit a neighboring home, and inside was a 15-year-old girl who was nearly shot.
The bullet that went through that wall, the stray bullet that went through the wall and into the bedroom, missed this girl by a few inches or a foot.
Rick, luckily again.
Yeah, so this is destruction by the sword, plague number 5. Okay, destruction by the sword, and this little girl, this 15-year-old maiden, almost got killed because two scumbag neighbors going at each other's throat. Crazy things, man. Give them a spirit of resentment, division. For any little thing, have them going at each other's throat. All praises. Now, somebody sent me this, I believe the beloved brother, Oakland Rasta sent me this, and it's pretty interesting, okay? Antiquities of America. It's pretty interesting. So I was reading it. I'm like, man, I need to bring this to the nation, okay? It's on a Hive blog, okay? It's the Antiquity of America, okay? So you may go ahead and then read it, okay? They will tell you certain good stuff, okay? Strange, it may appear America abounds in antiquities so extensive, so beautiful and majestic as to rival those of Thebes of Nineveh. That is because that's where they were. That is because Thebes and Nineveh and all the stuff you're talking about in your books, they happen here in the fourth part. All praises to the Most High. Alright. I didn't even know they had a hurricane in Russia. Okay, it has begun. Apocalypse in Moscow, severe hurricane in Moscow, Russia, storm. So I didn't even know they had a hurricane. Okay. So you're seeing the weather. This is plague number 10. The weather is getting violent. The wind, and it's getting crazy over there. Okay, and some crazy Russian, some crazy Russian. Oh, you see things are flying. Oh, those things can cut your head off, man. Okay, those things can take your head off. Okay, all right. This is plague number 10. Yes. Okay, thunder voices. The whole thing is misbehaving. All right.
Well, our other big story tonight, city fire rescue ambulances increasingly in short supply as COVID-19 sends more patients to the ER. The chilling call is critical mass index 0.
Yeah, that's a signal to emergency medical services personnel that there will not be a city ambulance available if one is needed. Fox 10 News investigative reporter Brendan Kirby now joining us live. And Brendan, today's not the first time that call has gone out.
Yeah, that's right, Byron and Shelby. Several times during this most recent COVID surge, every single ambulance in the city has been tied up. Prior to the pandemic, that was unprecedented.
Station, stand by, copy, general information.
You heard that? You heard this? So, and people that are trying to prove this thing, because that's what the Gentiles do. They're always trying to prove this thing is fake. It's not happening. The government tried to scare you. The elites are doing this and stuff. There you go. This is real news, and this thing is like local news. Okay, those are not big paying, although they are Fox News. Although those are not big paying station. This is Fox 10s or local news somewhere. I'm not quite sure. It's 213 views, so that's what that is. All right. Oh.
Fire alarm has reached critical mass index 0. There are no rescue trucks citywide.
This alert went out at 11:21 a.m. Mobile fire rescue workers were on notice. There were no ambulances available to respond to an emergency. The reason? COVID-19 had the fleet tied up.
That means that that next car wreck, that next cardiac arrest, that next diabetic emergency, stroke call, any of those medical emergencies where we would normally respond and have a very quick response time may be delayed because we don't have any ambulances available.
Okay, so this is coming straight from the horse's mouth. This is an expression. Please keep your freaking email trying to tell, I'm trying to tell the brother is a horse. No, that many come from them. Now, Regin, listen, this thing is real. This is how real it is. And Mobile, I'll say Alabama. Where is Mobile anyway? Is it in Alabama? Mobile, Alabama.
Here is some information about Mobile. Mobile is a port city on Alabama's Gulf Coast. The World War II era USS Alabama battleship is anchored in Battleship Memorial Park.
Mobile, I say mobile, but Mobile and Mobile, Alabama, I believe. I met somebody from that city or something a long time ago. But they are telling you straight up, this thing is so bad that a lot of people are using those ambulances. This is not staged. This is not a paid actor. This is not a crisis actor like the Gentiles like to say, because they refuse to believe this is done by the Heavenly Father. And the Father is in the midst.
That was fire rescue spokesman Stephen Millhouse, who says paramedics respond in fire trucks when no ambulances are available.
Wow. 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 Did you hear this? Let's listen to that again.
Quick response time may be delayed because we don't have any ambulances available.
That was fire rescue spokesman Stephen Millhouse, who says paramedics respond in fire trucks when no ambulances are available.
You heard that? They respond on fire trucks when the ambulances are not available. You mean to tell me, with those dozens of those people that are going to the hospital as we are speaking right now, none of them did not go to the spiritual realm or to the other side? You mean all of them survived? At least not one? You see, this thing is eliminating a lot of people. The Most High sent a message last year, say, shut down, get off the land. They said no. And then the Most High said, well, because you say no, then I will force you to shut down. You will have no way to shut down. And you will not be shutting down on your own. You guys will just not be here anymore. And then there will be nobody. The owner of the business will watch all his employees are gone, no more, and then he will die. And those people, they will watch all the beloved country that they love so much. They lie to them about all the patriotism, all the scumbag stuff. They'll watch all those things fade away, and then they'll die. But before they do, they're going to see a group of people swagger jacking left and right, taking everything that they stole from those people.
Fortunately for a driver who crashed into a house on South Washington Avenue today, an ambulance had just come back online from the hospital. Millhouse says there have been times when a natural disaster has put all of the specially heavy rescue units in service at the same time. But before the pandemic, officials don't recall all of the ambulances being deployed simultaneously. Mobile Public Safety Director Lawrence Batiste says capacity consistently has been tight between 3 and 7 p.m. for the past week and a half.
We're doing everything we can to try to expedite that process, and the hospitals are doing everything that they can as well to try to expedite that process, creating a...
So what they are doing here, they're putting faces of our brethren, you know, people that look like us, so they can show not only this thing is happening to us, but the incompetency. Is that what that is? The incompetency of our people. Okay, the buffoonery, the idiocracy of our people. That's how stupid they are. It's happening where we have men of color here. That's what they are sending out there.
Additional space to make sure that they can intake people a lot sooner to get ambulances back in service as quick as possible.
Randy Murphy, the top epidemiologist with the Mobile County Health Department, says she fears more people with emergencies will drive themselves to the hospital.
It could really mean that people...
Well, that's the thing. A lot of things happen like that, brothers. There are a lot of people, they cannot find quote-unquote ambulance to pick them up, or they drove to the hospital, and then some of those people, their family, they don't have family, and they stay in this hospital, and they send them to the morgue, and their car stay in the parking lot, and after they have the security guard come in and check, the police come and check, they find out the car belonged to a person came to the hospital, they check the morgue, he's no longer there, he's been gone for like 90 days, and then they call a relative, he has none, and the car went to the police. They just impound it. They just put it somewhere. The police have a lot of impounded cars. They have a lot of things nobody claimed. They just leave it there. And a lot of you guys are dying now. All praises. Go ahead, stock on gold and silver. Thank you. Silly little monkey.
People have bad outcomes. So it will be very sad when, a mother goes into labor, or someone has a heart attack, or a motor vehicle accident injured, a person or a child that needs transport to the hospital, and not having an ambulance available to that.
Mobile Chief of Staff James Barber tells me the city recently added a 12th ambulance and has 2 more on order. But those orders take time to...
All praises. Okay, listen to this guy. Listen what he said.
Mobile Chief of Staff James Barber tells me the city recently added a 12th ambulance and has 2 more on order.
A 12th ambulance. All praises to the Most High. Give him praises and glory, man. All right.
A horrific attack.
Okay, this is plague number 8. Pestilence. Okay, the Wona is plague number 8. It's a pestilence. Okay, and hunger will change the destruction. It's the pestilence. Okay, look at this.
Attack on a bank customer using an ATM machine. Man entered the vestibule with an axe and then began brutally attacking the customer. The victim survived and is in the hospital. Amber Cogliano with some important reminders on how to stay safe at the ATM. And we have to warn you, some may find this video disturbing.
We've all been there. You're at a cash machine. A stranger is hovering right behind you. But look, he's holding a hatchet. Out of nowhere, he attacks the customer. The stunned victim tries to shield himself. On and on it goes. It's too disturbing to show it all. The frenzy over, the crazed attacker smashes the cash machines and throws the hatchet away as he leaves. The nightmare happened at a bank in New York's financial district.
It's easy to see why a customer at a cash machine can be a tempting target. You're in an enclosed space, your back is turned, and you're probably alone. And the bad guy knows you're there to get money.
Now, you're at the ATM.
Inside Edition security consultant Steve Cardian says there are steps you can take when you take money out of a cash machine.
Your safety begins outside. You want to make sure that there's nobody lurking about. You want to look inside, peek inside before you go in, make sure there's not somebody in there sleeping, somebody in there loitering.
And if
Get out of here. You won't see this. When the Most High sending the plague upon you, can do whatever you... Well, this guy wasn't covered, with the angels or a demon attack him. All praises to the Most High.
If you are attacked, he showed me what to do.
Grab the arm. Go to my shoulder. Good. Kick, elbow. Boom. And run. Escape.
Is that what that is? This is how silly those people think. Women don't fight like this. The first thing these women will have done is yell and then run for her life.
51-year-old victim of the attack is in intensive care. The suspect has been arrested and charged with attempted murder.
All praises. Crazy thing, man. Crazy thing. Okay, and then he smashed the windows for no reason. He just attacked the guys and smashed the windows. And New York is off the chain. All praises. Okay, this is destruction by the sword. Which is plague number 5, destruction by the sword. Okay, although he used a hatchet and axe, so all praises.
Unfortunately, as we've seen throughout this pandemic, some politicians are trying to turn public safety measures, that is children wearing masks in school, into political disputes for their own political gain.
Again, do not get involved with Democrat, Republican, left wing, right wing. Don't let them fight each other. This is not. You can see the demon, and we says, okay, this is not his ears. Okay, those are his horn. You can see the demon in his face, man. This man is a straight up demon. You can see. Let me enlarge this, man. Now we have the spiritual eyes. You can see the demon in that guy's face, man. This guy is a straight up demon. You can see the devil in him. Okay, let those people go at each other's throat. Do not get involved with this. Do not let them go at it. Let them, whether they mandate, whether they don't mandate, let them.
Some are even trying to take power away from local educators by banning masks in school. They're setting a dangerous tone. For example, last week at a school board meeting in Tennessee, protesters threatened doctors and nurses who were testifying making the case for masking children in schools. The intimidation and the threats we're seeing across the country are wrong. They're unacceptable.
No, they are right and they are acceptable in the eyes of the Most High.
I've said before, this isn't about politics.
It is.
It's about keeping our children safe.
Mm-hmm.
It's about taking on the virus together, united.
That's the thing. Let us come together. Let us unite. What they are saying here, brethren, they are calling you. They are not calling the other people that like them. They are calling you because you have the power. Like hell we are.
I made it clear that I'll stand with those who are trying to do the right thing. Last week, I called school superintendents in Florida and Arizona to thank them for doing the right thing and requiring masks in their schools. One of them said, "We teach science, so we follow the science." The other said,
until your science is not working, then you start following madness, which is what your science is. Up until your science is, okay, well, the first dose is not, the second dose is not. What about a third booster? Yeah. Next thing you know, your science will come back and say, aha, eureka, we find it. The solution to cure this plague is smoking hardcore, uncooked, on mess, raw crack and meth.
they have a guiding principle: students first. I couldn't agree with more with what they both said.
Exactly, students. These guys into students, young students first. This is Joe Biden speaking. Are they 12? Are they middle school? And are they in kindergarten? Joe Biden will pay you a visit.
And that's why today I'm directing the Secretary of Education, an educator himself, to take additional steps to protect our children. This includes using all of his oversight authorities and legal action, if appropriate, against governors who are trying to block and intimidate local school officials and educators. And as I said before, if you aren't going to fight COVID-19, at least get out of the way of everyone else who's trying.
Don't get involved, brothers. Let those people, they have a spirit of division and resentment against each other, so don't get involved. The angels are...
A western Wisconsin couple is being remembered for their generosity after they died while delivering gifts to neighbors. A pickup truck hit Pamela and John Jarvis near Glenwood City as they pulled a trailer with their ATV 2 weeks ago. After 10 days in the hospital, they both passed away, leaving behind 2 daughters who spoke with Susan Elizabeth Littlefield.
So they're going to say all kind of scum stuff here, and then I haven't watched this, yes, and we're going to show and telling you exactly what's going on, what happened, and how this thing happened.
This was home to John and Pamela Jarvis. After meeting on the job at MSP, the couple chose to have a house and a family on this land.
The garden's huge, and they...
On this land that is not theirs? Okay, all right.
got their grapevines over there. They put a lot of work.
Grapevines, the Mosai vineyard. Okay, all of those, the Mosai are doing this.
In this place.
Now the land is in their children's care. The 2 college students lost both their parents 3 days ago.
Feeling extremely sad and extremely lost, to feeling almost numb and nothing at all, like this isn't even happening. I think that's probably the hardest part of it for me, is just I keep expecting to see them again, and they're...
That's exactly what it is. That's how it is. Those people, they can't believe this. They can't believe that. Like, they're always like, okay, I'm pretty sure in any moment they will walk in the door. No, they are no longer here. They are gone.
Not there, so...
They were killed on their ATV just past their driveway while on a mission to share. Such givers, in fact, that when the accident happened, Pamela and John were out sharing the bounty of their garden with neighbors.
Always sharing whatever they could with people, always helping.
So what happened here, it seems to be a good thing. Those people were going over there and they were sharing their food, and do what the church tells them. Be a good Christian. Sharing your food. They were doing everything good. They were good people based on what those 2 lovely young ladies are saying about. They got good children. They behave. Although I'm getting a very strong cowgirl on the one on the right. But anyway, they have good stuff. They got a good land. They have vineyards. Okay. And then somehow they get into their ATM and they get into an accident. Both of them are gone at the same day, holding hands at the hospital. Why? Why would God did this to them? Because they don't belong here. Okay? Because the Most High is sweeping them off the land. And okay, the whole vineyard is out. Give me a second. Let me see something right here. All right, so this is Jacob 5. Is that thing even recording? Yeah, all right. This is Jacob 6. Jacob 6, verse 2, 3, and 4. You can read it. This is from the book of Mormon. And the day that he shall set his hand again the second time to recover his people is the day, yea, even the last time that the servants of the Lord shall go forth in his power to nourish and prune his vineyard, and after that the end soon cometh. That is why, beloved, we had the oak tree fast today, which the sun is down for me. I sanctify the fast. Thank you, Abidel, for being a witness. May the Most High have respect. May we look upon the fast with respect. And the end soon cometh. And how blessed are they who have labored diligently in his vineyard. And how cursed are they who shall be cast out in their own place, and the wall shall be burned with fire. All praises to the Most High. That's what happened here. Those people are being cast out of the vineyard because, you know, they are not blessed. Okay, they didn't diligently walk in the Most High vineyard, which is his land. Okay, so the Most High is casting out those people. This is Jacob 6, verse 2 and 3. All praises to the Most High. Let us keep on moving.
In any way that they could.
The couple spent 10 days at Regents before they passed away, hours and inches apart.
I think they put their hands over so they could hold hands. And I think if it had to come to this, this was the best way that it could have handled that, just both of them going out together.
So the young women try to hold on to memories and to their parents' wedding rings. Also with them forever, the lessons planted into them on this farm.
I think the two main messages that Mom and Dad would want people to take is just family time is the most important timing.
Yeah, and sharing and doing what you can for others and just giving away what you can to those who need it.
Susan Elizabeth Littlefield, WCCO 4 News.
So, this is the Archangel Michael reporting. And for those of you who know what happened, parents to die holding hand after days after Western Wisconsin ATV crash. For those of you who know what took them out, you know, what kind of law, what kind of holy stuff that take them out, and put it in the comment board. What caused that crash? Okay, so those guys always anyway, that we already went to this boat capsized, and then those people there are like 53 people in there. All praises. Okay, so that's a flood over there in Crimea. Okay, the flooding is everywhere, the fires are everywhere, so those people are fleeing. All right, the flooding is everywhere. This is in Crimea, if I'm saying this wrong, or Crimea. Okay. All right. So this is what happened over there. I don't know. I think I was talking. Okay. That's sewer. So all praises, man. This thing is everywhere.
Well, welcome to the 700 Club. Colossal chaos in Kabul. Afghanistan's president is long gone, and now thousands of civilians are scrambling to flee the capital.
Oh, man. Again, that's Pat Robinson, straight up demon. It's amazing. It's just amazing, man. Those people, they only focus in the Middle East because that's where they base all the prophecies, because that's where the Holy Land is and all that. They never see They never said anything about all those fire that happening here. But they will twist things and say, oh, Kabul and stuff like that and stuff. Anyway, I don't care about what this demon is saying. Oh, how long we are into this thing? Okay, all right. Let's see what he's saying.
The conquering Taliban are, quote, holding court and broadcasting from the president's palace. The American embassy has been cleared out, and the U.S. military is struggling to manage a massive evacuation. So why is President Biden silent in the midst of the epic disaster?
Yo, it's just like it's always take one side. You know, you guys been staying silent for all those stuff that happened over there, all over in Germany and all that, all over Europe. None of those things are prophecy, but no, the prophecy is only in the Middle East. Oh, you demons, man.
He created. Coming up, we'll talk with former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. But first, here's Dale Hurd with an update on the escalating mayhem.
Okay, we know Mike Pompeo. You know what to do. All praises. We don't care about what those people are saying. Now, this is somebody sent me this, so I just wanted to prove something here. New island appears off the coast of Japan after underwater volcano erupts. Okay, that's not what that is. That's because the land that are below are coming above. Okay, in the book the Dun Child, the poem of the Dun Child, the Atlantis Riddle. Okay, where's that video? Let me see. We have a video here. You may want to find it. Okay. Shout out to the beloved brother YAHAWAH here. I don't know. He did come today. I didn't get the notification. Did I? Yes, it was. But did they remove the video? Oh. All right. So let me see. Where can I get here? It's in the new subscriber playlist. Where's that new subscriber playlist? Huh. Let me see if I can get it right here instead. Playlist, okay. Praise report. Okay, then the new subscriber playlist, you will find a video called the Atlantean Riddle. Okay, the riddle prophecy of Atlantis. Okay. Oops. The Holy Spirit, the earthly mother. Okay. Okay. Doctrine and Covenant confirmed the prophecy concerning the rise of Atlantis. Okay. Then the book Doctrine and Covenant, it's confirmed. So heaven above, heaven below, stars above, stars below, all that is over, under shall show. So that literally means all that is over, everything that is under the water, under shall show. They will rise above. So that's why you see this and Japan, after the volcano erupt, this land pop up. And the land, Atlantis, that is under, they will pop up, okay? Looking for some hot, brand new real estate off the coast of Japan, you are in luck since a new island is up for grabs. But beware, it might burn your fingers. The Japanese archipelago is a collection of over 6,800 islands that make up the country of Japan. And it is most recent addition is a sea ship landmarks with a diameter approximately of 0.62 miles, 1 kilometer, as reported by the Japan Coast of Guard. So it's a pretty big island. It's pretty big. Okay, so just pop up. Underwater, popped up. That's why we told you this land, you cannot overpopulate the earth. It will create more land, all praises. Overpopulation is a Gentile garbage.
We begin with some very sad news, an update to a story we've been following today. The Evergreen Park community mourning the loss of a beloved teacher, a wife, a mother, and grandmother after an expressway shooting on the Dan Ryan overnight. A state trooper heard gunshots just after 10. It was near 67th Street. They pulled over to investigate. Then two people pulled up saying they were shot at. One person had a graze wound, but 67-year-old Denise Huglet died from a gunshot wound. She just celebrated her 45th wedding anniversary with her husband, Michael. That was just
Let me see how long. What 40 what now?
Celebrated her 45th wedding anniversary.
40 what? 45th? Is that what that is? Okay, well, if that's what that is, put it in the comment. 45th. All right. You know what to do.
With her husband, Michael. That was just earlier.
God. Woo! The Most High is in the midst. Beloved brothers and sisters, 45th with her husband, Michael. Let's listen to this again.
57-year-old Denise Huglet died from a gunshot wound. She just celebrated her 45th wedding anniversary with her husband, Michael. That was just earlier this month. The Evergreen Park Elementary School District posted a trip.
Evergreen. We went into this again. You know, the Evergreen ship, Evergiven ship, all that. Beloved brother Big Judah did this. Abdullah Sir did that. Man, the Most High is great. His majesty is grand. His eminence is grand. You know, 45th, Michael. Wow.
Tribute to her this morning. She worked as a special education teacher at Central Middle School for 24 years.
Okay, those are the people that are abusing our children, saying, oh, they need special ed and all that. You know, check brother, what's his name again? Abdullah, brother Abdullah Johnson Abdullah. Is that what his name is? I forgot the brother name, but anyway.
She was remembered as a fair and honest friend to her colleagues and a kind but firm educator who made sure her students' academic and emotional needs were met. People called it a tremendous loss, saying her generosity and kind spirit were never ending. Colleagues said they were honored to work with her. Another person says she was a mother to all in her care. Police were able to track down the suspect's car near 61st and Ashland. They arrested 2 people. No word yet on any charges, but we're going to stay on top of this.
Wow. And as they're seeing, brothers, they see there's a rise in shooting in expressway. Okay, there's people on the expressway shooting at each other, and then they are killing people for no reason. You know, all praises to the Most High.
Random attacks. Take a look at this one by a mob of teens in the Loop. This video into the newsroom today. We're learning there were actually 5 attacks like this around downtown. Our Suzanne Lemonnier joins us live from the scene of one attack at State and Jackson. Suzanne.
Now, Erica, I really want you to keep in mind, and everybody watching, that the woman that you're about to see who was attacked here, she, at last check, was listed in critical condition. This was a very serious attack. Now, she was at this crosswalk right here behind me, and within seconds, she became a victim. Now, a warning, what you're about to see may be really hard to watch. A rideshare driver gave us this video. Look closely at the intersection as the driver pulls up to the red light here at Jackson and State around 11:30 Saturday night. You can see the woman is being dragged. You can also hear her screaming. A man in a white shirt tries to help her. He starts to fight with the teens that are attacking her. As the woman gets up and starts to walk away, watch as one of the teens grabs what appears to be a bag that was left on the street. He calmly walks away with it. The woman gets up and tries to walk.
I can't see anything in that thing. So anyway, man, you see there are demons all over attacking people, beating, you know, killing, popcorn threat at the Capitol and stuff, all of these things. And we give the Most High praises and glory for all of that, okay? All right, little girl handed over the wall at Kabul. You know, they just say, took my daughter. You know, police took her. Wow. I can't watch this because this reminds me a lot of things. I can't watch that. Huh. That's the guy. That's the bomb threat suspects. Let's see what's happening to him.
He got out of the vehicle and surrendered. And the tactical units that were close by took him into custody without incident. So I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Chief, were there any explosives in the vehicle, and do you know a motive?
We don't know if there are any explosives in the vehicle. It's still an active scene.
Come on.
While Mr. Rosenberry has been taken into custody and has been removed from the scene, we still have to search the vehicle and render the vehicle safe, so we don't know as of yet. We do know that Mr. Rosenberry has had some losses of family. In his, I believe his mother recently passed away, and we spoke with members of his family, and there were other issues that he was dealing with. There'll be more on that before.
So that's
in
the
order
fellow.
to see what he should be charged with, and as you point out, he will likely, just as a matter of course, face some kind of mental evaluation to see if he's stable and with it enough to face charges. It's looking like this was a very bad decision on his part that was brought to a peaceful end by the good work of the Capitol Police and the D.C. Police there.
And again, just to recap for viewers, this all started, police say, around 9:15 a.m. Eastern time this morning. They say that black pickup truck pulled up onto the sidewalk when officers approached. They say the suspect told the officer that he had a bomb and that the officer observed what looked like a detonator in the suspect's hand. And so naturally, they started treating this as an active bomb threat association and have been throughout the day since. They've been attempting at first to get...
Anyway, so those things, they will find no peace, okay? There is no peace here, all right? All praises, all right? All right, let me see. Family of 3 found dead in remote California hiking. Oh boy, did we touch off that? Oh man, everything is happening, man. What's going on with that?
I've worked in different capacities, but I've never seen a death like this.
Mariposa County Sheriff Jeremy Breeze says his department won't rest until investigators determine how John Jerish, Ellen Chung, their 1-year-old daughter Muji, and their dog all died while on a hike on Monday. A spokesperson for the sheriff's office says the family was reported missing around 11 p.m. Monday night and discovered around 11 a.m. Tuesday morning. Sheriff Breeze says there are some abandoned mine shafts in the area which can release dangerous gases, but that has not yet been ruled a determining factor.
We have not located a mine nearby, but in the beginning of the investigation, when we put out our release, that's why we are taking it slower and methodically for the safety of the rescuers.
The sheriff also says the trail the family was on had warnings about toxic algal blooms in the Merced River, but it's still too early in the investigation to determine if that impacted the family.
At the beginning, there are some signage about some algae blooms, but that's from the Forest Service, and I can't speak to, the potential dangers there.
The family's death is sending a shockwave through the community. We were told by a friend of John and Ellen's off camera that the couple owned multiple rental properties in Mariposa.
Yeah, so now that you see the landowners, the Moabites, the Edomites, the Gentiles, wherever they are, and they own stuff in our land, and they are enjoying the land, going on a hike. I don't know why at this time and people are going hiking. I don't know what's so thrilling about you going hiking, and then they just die. Their dog, their daughter, the whole family is gone. And then again, please do not let those people telling you, this is CGI, this is fake news, they went in high because the IRS is after, they are dead. They are no longer here. An entire family gone, and they own our properties. Now, okay, who was in their will? The wife? The insurance? Who's going to get this insurance money? The daughter? The husband? Their friends? Do they even have people they involve in their lives? They are gone.
The friend also said John was from the United Kingdom and Ellen from San Diego. Noelle Stobie tells us she works at a local restaurant in Mariposa where John and Ellen had befriended all the staff.
I think a great way to describe them would just be like universal friends, because they just made everybody feel comfortable around them. They were just genuine people.
Yeah, well, yeah, whatever. That's what happened. So, yes, beloved, you see those things are happening, crazy things. A lot of horrible and terrible things are happening. It's a crowd go outside Kabul airport as evacuation. The evacuation still continue? I thought that thing was done. What?
And we do have some new videos showing large crowds gathering outside the Kabul airport in an effort to secure a flight to get out of Afghanistan. And in an exclusive interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos, the president remained defiant in his decision to withdraw troops from Afghanistan.
Yeah,
the president
because the
said
contract is
intelligence
over.
did not indicate the Taliban would take over so quickly.
That's the thing. The intelligence, I mean, the CIA did not. The CIA jobs is not the terrorism and Taliban. Their job is to keep black folk down. Their job is to always oppress and suppress our people. That's the ultimate job. They are some 83. They are not here to bring security and stuff. Security, the only security those people had was the Mossad. They know they had the blessing. They can go anywhere and do anything. Nothing will happen to them. Now it is the Holy Spirit left them, and there you go.
And the added troops will stay in the country until all Americans are out.
They care about
In his first interview since Afghanistan's fall to the Taliban, President Biden tells ABC's George Stephanopoulos a chaotic withdrawal was inevitable.
We're going to go back in hindsight and look, but the idea that somehow there's a way to have gotten out without chaos ensuing, I don't know how that happens.
A change in tune after the president said last month a Taliban takeover at this pace was unlikely.
The likelihood there's going to be the Taliban overrunning everything and owning the whole country is highly unlikely.
And then until it happened. And then when it happened, backpedaling. That's what you people do. I don't care about what that guy's saying. That's what you guys do. Yeah, there are so many things over here, man. 11-year-old Brooklyn boy helps save family from drowning, from moving fire. Boy. Storm destroy everything in the path. The bomb threat, okay. Diary, Pete Bond, Pete Ishrantor. The ultra-Orthodox city of Benin or Dabu 7 chaos at the ports. Zelle ports. Who cares? Brightening up the morning, wildfire evacuees with donuts. Youngstown woman caught off in traffic, pull gun, pull woman out and beating her twins. Crazy things. Okay? All praises to the Most High. Yes. 4C on COVID booster shot. Let's get ahead of Beloved, you witness the Most High. Let me upload this video for you. You'll find it at 80:04. You witness the Most High, beloved, in the midst. How long we are into this thing? Okay, 2 hours. Good. You witness the Most High's wrath. You witness the Most High's hands is upon the Gentiles, is upon the earth. There is a holy visitation. His Majesty is in the midst, and he's quite angry. He's quite pissed off, and that's what that is. We witness all. It's not like something that happened, I would say, like we set up or it happened by random. You see everything, and you must, as a Jew, you must, as a Gentile, give the Most High all praises and credit because he did this. I would like to officially sanctify the fast. I believe right now it's at least 10:30. Okay, the sun should be down in California. Is it? Let me see. If it's down over there in California. What time does the sun go down in California today?
In California today, the sun will set at 7:35 p.m.
Okay, wait, hang on. What time is it right now in California?
The time in California is 1:37 p.m.
So they are 6 hours ahead. It's 4. By the time it's 8 for us. No, by the time is by the time, well, no, wait, now they're not 6 hours ahead. They are 3 hours ahead. By the time it's 8, it will be 11 for them, right? No, it would be by the time it's 10 for us, it will be 7 for them, so the sun won't be down. Yes, it will be down. Let me see. What time the sun goes down in California today?
In California today,
Yes.
the sun will set at 7:35 p.m.
All right, the sun will be 2 minutes down. All right, let me sanctify the fast, okay? All praises to the Most High YAHAWAH. Thank you for the archangel, for the angel, Abedel, being in the midst of us as a witness. Thank you for being here and remind us to keep the fast holy for the Father. We are fasting today for the oak tree, for the Father to bring us physical and spiritual nourishment and deliver us and transform us. Thank you. May the Most High himself look upon this fast with respect. May he has respect unto it and granted us what we need. All praises to the Most High. All right. So I just blow the shofar. Sanctify this fast. It's all good. It's all good. Brothers, fast, pray, repent, repeat, and I'll see you whenever the Most High allows.